because Indian Market is about the artists and all of you honoring the artists that have worked so hard to produce these magnificent pieces that you see everywhere. This is our 49th Indian Market straight, and this is SWAIA's 99th, and I just want to thank SWAIA for producing this and getting this off the ground. This has been a labor of love for everybody, and I think it's so easy to, say this and say that, but I think the message is that we are so grateful to be here. We're all alive, we're celebrating the artists, and I want to introduce the gal, the executive director of SWAIA, that's making this all possible, who has labored to bring us all together, Kim Paone. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Welcome, everyone. I am so excited to have you here today. This has definitely been a labor of love for me and my team in reference to the things that we've had to overcome to just even be here at this moment in time. And so I want to thank you and welcome each and every one of you for being here. Joanne and Bob were some of the first people that called me when I became the executive director and really wanted to know who I was and how I was going to help SWAIA. And we've just been really working together. This is not just about me and my staff, but it's about our sponsors. It's about how we support artists and come alongside you in reference to the things that you create. And we're just so happy to have this opportunity to share some of the best of the best. And so, having said that, I'm going to put my glasses on and see. So again, welcome to the 99th Annual Indian Market Best of Show Ceremony. I want to introduce Eric Villegas. I'm going to ask him to join me. Eric has worked so hard to help the artists, and during the pandemic, it's been one that we've had to be innovative, creative, taking people out of their comfort zones. And Eric has been a real trooper in that, and I just want to give him a warm welcome for that. And thank you, Eric. Please come up here. And so as I and Eric begin to share with you who the winners are in the classifications, I just want to say, as I call out the artist's name and ask them to come up and collect their award, I really want you to just tell us about your piece and what has went into your piece regarding the materials. Really use this as an opportunity to shine your piece and allow your collectors to know what you put into it as far as your labor of love and the living culture in which you are presenting to us. So having said that, we're going to get started here. Okay. So I'm gonna announce the first award. This is Class 1 Jewelry. The winner of that is Denise Wallace. She is okay, Denise, you can come up here behind me. Denise Wallace is from the Chugach, Sugpiaq, from Alaska. Denise is an amazing jeweler. She provided one of our donations for the collaborative piece that we auctioned last night. It was stellar. And so when you look at her work, I think that is indicative to the signature of what she does. And I just want to thank her for this piece, Origins, Roots, and Sources.
Good afternoon, or good morning. It's a real honor to be here. I just wanted to give you a little background on myself. I'm originally from South Central Alaska, and I came to Santa Fe in 1979 to attend the Institute of American Indian Arts, and had lived here for 20 years, and I've been involved with the SWAIA Indian market since the early 1980s. And so I felt that this was my opportunity this year to represent a piece that deals with the social issues that we have been dealing with as human beings for quite a long time. And so this particular piece is unique for that it's telling stories about many different issues, and their social issues and environmental issues. And it was a unique opportunity for me to put this piece together, and so I get a chance to come and look at it. And a big thank you to SWAIA and all the people who worked really hard to make this happen. And thank you.
So Eric and I are going to take turns in reference to announcing the winners, and so.
Hello everyone. Thank you for coming, and thank you artists, thank you volunteers. Appreciate it. I'd like to announce for 2021 Best of Classification Award for Pottery. Patricio from Acoma. Robert had an accident, so he still would like to say a few words.
Good morning. Or good afternoon. I can barely speak, but when I had an accident, I couldn't sit around after getting out of the hospital. I had to do what I love to do with pottery. This pottery that I did here represents sunrise to sunset. Sunrise meaning giving me the life that I have to live each and every day to sundown. The rain on the pot represents washing away all my worries, all my stress, the depressions that I go through. This is a pot that represents what I've done after my accident. Not knowing that this was going to happen to me. But I love what I do. And this pot does represent what I have to represent within my girls, my wife. But I like to thank SWAIA. I like to thank the judges for giving me this opportunity to win this top award. It took 11 years to win this best of classification. And I love, like I said, I love what I do. And if you go back, how everybody that you love each other, because you don't know whether or not you'll be here the next day. And that's what I do. And that's what I cherish, to be here. To see each and every one of you. Not losing my opportunity to get these types of awards. But I'd like to thank you, each and every one of you. But the materials that I use is traditional clay, traditional paint, outdoor firing. This This took me quite a while because I can't lift heavy things. With the help of my wife, we did this. We do what we love to do. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Class 3, painting, drawing, graphics, and photography. The winner of this classification is Tapia from Pueblo, Tesuque, to watercolor, and the name of his piece is Buffalo Elk Dance. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Tapia. My Indian name is Villegas, and the whites of the roadrunner. I come from a long line of artists, starting from my grandfather. His name is Thomas Hill. He has an original Buffalo dance painting displayed as a permanent collection in Rhonda here in Textiles. So if you guys get a chance, we'll take a look at it. It's in the lobby. It's a permanent collection. So it started with my grandfather, along with my late uncle, Uncle Pete, Uncle Tim, Paul. My late brother was an artist as well. My mother is a little inspiration of all this. She's a potter as well. She was the one that inspired me and encouraged me to start painting and doing pottery. And I want to recognize her as my mother. I'd like to thank God for the gift of talent and SWAIA for giving me the opportunity here today. I'm a former law enforcement officer, and this was my stress relief. It was painting after duty. You go home and start painting and just release my stress. And I use watercolor on a map board. I use the clean map board, use the number called number 5. I modify my brushes to make it at least maybe about 4 or 5 brushes on it. So what I do is I'll pencil sketch the image on the map board, and I'll start painting with watercolors. I modify my brushes and use like 4 or 5 brushes on it to give me the fine detail on it. And this piece was pretty exciting. It's the buffalo and elk dance. I'm a hunter too as well, and every time we harvest an animal, we honor it by dancing it. And I have the honor of dancing the elk dance too as well. And that's the 6x7 bull elk that we hit all day. And it's a blessing and it's an honor, and it just represents a lot of life, good luck, good faith, and good fortune. And thank you everyone, and have a good day.
Our next artist, 2020 Best of Classification Award for wooden figurative carving and sculpture is Arthur Holmes Jr. from Hopi, with his artwork, Broken Arrow.
Good afternoon as well, and my good name is Pueblo, means roasted steamed corn, and I'm not much of a talker or whatever, keep to myself back. But first of all, I'd like to. I'm blessed to be here amongst all of you, friends, family members, and my wife. And I pray that I always visualize that my kids are always with me, and my grandkids. And I myself, as a Hopi, I'm a farmer. And, my son always reminds me we're farmers, not hunters, but we love to hunt. But anyway, my piece, Broken Arrow, represents the time that we all went through. The beginning of the sickness and the Duhaga and the Mudhead, them working together to help each other, like all of us here, need to work together and beat this evilness among us. And the arrow represents the force that we all try using our prayers. Of course, prayers, and we try so much that we keep going, and we keep asking and praying the prayers above us. And the eagle represents the answers for us, coming down and with the arrowhead with his claws, hoping and praying that all our prayers come back together and join forces. That one day we will come back to where we need to be at, as one. We lost so much of our ceremonies. We haven't done our ceremonies so long that we're so eager to get back in to the way of life that we're all in. But that is what's represented there, the eagle coming down, answering my prayers. And I could just go on, but that piece took me a little over a year and a half. There are times that we hit it hard, giving up, but it just keeps, you need to keep going. I'm sure all of you guys could all work together. But I'm thankful we're all here. I'm sure we all went through hard times, loved ones. I myself lost my godmother, and it's just, and not only that, I'm glad my wife is still here with me. She's one of the warriors, I would say, but she's a frontline worker herself, being a nurse. All the frontline workers as well, and without them, we won't be here together. So thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, the fifth classification is sculpture, and the winner of this award goes to Raymond, Chee Sr., Diné, and the sculpture is Healing in the Night. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, my name is Raymond Chee Sr. And I've been coming here like over 25 years, and I'm always honored to see my family here again. And I get emotional easy too, especially the times that we went through. We lost some kin folks, friends, neighbors, co-workers. So, the reason why I brought my special piece here is I call it Healing into the Night. On my father's side, his dad was Chugach Apache. And Gan dancer. Not dancer, but Gan. Meaning the spirit, mom spirit. So it's all about healing. And what we went through, the way I look at my art is sometimes I dream about it and I start carving things up. But I started working on mine 5 years ago, slowly working on it. I got it done in about 2 years. And I wanted to display my piece last year, but something told me to hold off on it. So I hold off on it the year before. Last year it didn't happen. And finally I brought my piece in to have it judged. And I'm really honored to see there's a ribbon on my piece. So to me, my piece is like representing healing time among us. And also to enjoy company, friends, even though with the mass and all. And there's a lot of things that I would love to talk about too. But there's going to be like my booth, and we got my booth number. Look it up, and I'll tell you more about it. But basically, the story should be told like during the wintertime. And so, but again, I would say thank you so much, and I'm glad to see my family again here. Thank you.
Our next artist, 2021 Best of Classification Award for Textiles is Tyler Glasses, Diné, for his artwork Poncho for Days.
Gaten, Chee Tyler Glasses and Chee Hashkan had to understand Tashe Bashashin, Tashi, Tashi, Torajin, the Chanel. Since I was out in Asha, I just want to introduce myself in Navajo first because, as in our tribe, that's what we do. In case you have relatives in the crowd or family, friends, if you know who you are. I just want to thank SWAIA and everyone who's affiliated with it for this award. I'm so honored. I was shocked when they called me yesterday. This is my first in-person market, and it's I've been reading for a while now because my grandma taught me when we first moved back to the reservation, and after that I just kept going with it, and every rug I tried to do better than the last. And this piece, Poncho for Days, is titled that because it felt like it literally went for days and days. It felt like it was never going to end. I wove it with finely spun Navajo turtle wool. The colors, I wanted them to be, to feel as if you're looking at a desert landscape before the monsoons come. And then in the wedge weave, I did the blue with the dark brown to kind of represent when the monsoon comes and the water dampens the earth and the dirt gets dark. This was a piece that I started in May of 2019. It was shortly after my grandma went to the hospital, and we thought she would be back out pretty quick. But she fought for a while, and then she eventually passed. But during that time, I would remember her teachings, and she would tell me to weave when you're happy. So when I would think of good thoughts of her, like her being healthy, I would weave. When I would think of, just anything that was positive, I would weave at that time. And then eventually she didn't make it, and so in late October we put her to rest, and then I had a thing in my head, and it's not coming out like as smoothly as I thought, but she passed, and for a while I couldn't weave because I would think of her and make me, it just wasn't feeling the same. But eventually I remembered her teaching that, if someone passes, they're never truly gone if you remember their teachings. So that's when I picked up my weaving comb again, and I started weaving on this piece. And then shortly after that, COVID started. And so during that time, we were all unsure about what's going to happen. And it became my therapy at that time. So anytime I was happy or positive, I would sit down at the loom and I would pick up my comb and start weaving again. And so this piece was really important. My grandma always told me, weave when you're happy or when you have good thoughts, because they go into the rug. And you want those good thoughts in there, so the next person who gets it receives those blessings and those good thoughts that you had in making it. And so this was my therapy for the last 2 years. It was a lot of, whenever I was positive, I'm usually a very positive person in life, but when I felt like that extra oomph to do it, I would sit down and really do it, and I feel like it came out the way I was hoping it would. It was balanced, it was packed as tightly as I wanted. I wove it tightly because I want it to break over time, so if anyone decides to wear it, it'll break and come like one of the older style ponchos. I remember a few years ago we came to Santa Fe, and there was some traders that showed us some of the old ponchos, and they were really tightly woven, and I wanted to replicate that because I wanted this to last generations. And I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to mention about this poncho. And I really do dedicate this to my grandma who taught us to weave, and this was her favorite pin, so I decided to wear it today. So she's here with me. And I want to thank my family, because without their support, this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank everyone who's involved with this. You guys did a fantastic job. And I just look forward to having a good market. I pray that all of you have a good market, that, we go out and we show what we came to do. And I thank you all for this opportunity again. Thank you again.
Our next award for diverse arts goes to Diné Warrington from Menominee and Paone, and it's a taxidermy otter wearing leather, quillwork, beadwork, property, silver, weaving, and feathers. Amazing.
good to have this thing off. I want to first and foremost give my praise and glory to God. There's no way I could do anything close to this. My name is Warrington. I'm in Menominee, Potawatomi from northern Wisconsin. Give my first shout out to my grandma, my late grandmother, Dorothy Young. She instilled a love of art in me and was so deep that I couldn't walk away from it if I tried. So I'm grateful for that. Grateful to SWAIA. Somehow you pull this off. You know? Unbelievable. And I want to acknowledge the Pueblos. You know, this is Pueblo land. I'm a visitor here, so I walk like a visitor. The history of this market is just unbelievable. You know, when you finally start to understand that I'm 41 years old, so 60 years before I was born, they were starting this, and we get to enjoy the fruits of labor. So I'm grateful for that. So the name of my piece, I'm sorry they didn't have the title when I checked in. You know, I'm half awake and just happy to made it from the 24-hour drive, and you know how it is, you know. So as long as it was turned in, that was good. But the name of the piece is called "Defending the Homeland," and it has, I guess it has a COVID influence to it, but it's real personal. So I moved home at the beginning of the pandemic in March, end of March of 2020, and started another step in my life, I guess. Found a way to appreciate everything that was in front of me the whole time, and I had to go across the country to appreciate that. So when I got home, I just immersed myself in woodland culture and woodland everything, you know. And yes, that was right when the pandemic was starting. So our society chose to keep going, and it was scary. It was really scary, you know, all of the what ifs and all of that going on. But we stuck to it. We stuck to it, and we made it through the hard times. So for me, that's how we defended our people. You know, we turned to what we knew, and at the same time, it helped me find another piece of myself and take more pride in it. We're so lucky, we're so fortunate that it didn't hit our community too bad. So that's kind of where the piece came from for me. And I remember when I started in Indian markets in 2017. So I'm super blessed to be this far, this fast, you know. But I remember when I first started, you know, I was such a rookie, but I tried to play it off like I really knew something. So everybody was telling me, you need to be in diverse arts. And I'm like, I don't even know what diverse arts is. Eventually I started looking at different pieces, and it dawned on me, I was like, a lot of different art forms in one piece. And that was the aha moment for me. So I transferred into diverse arts. So that's what the piece means to me. And you know, through the pandemic, we were told not to fear what was going on, not to fear what was out there, but to respect it, because we've seen what it can do to humanity. You know, so to have respect for what it is. And one thing it did for our community, for our generation of boys, is it slowed our life down like crazy. You know, we stopped texting, we stopped calling, we stopped all of these other things, and we started being face to face. And really slowed our life down, so that's the lesson we took away from it, you know, to slow down a little bit, enjoy life, enjoy the finer things. So, you know, going forward, it's, for us, it's not to fall back into the rat race, to take the lesson and keep living like that, you know, and maybe we'll be fortunate enough to make it to old age. But it's overwhelming to be up here with these artists, you know, it's overwhelming, and I tried so hard not to be nervous all morning.
Classification Award. Beadwork and Quillwork, Rhonda Holybeer, Cheyenne River Sioux,
Hello. I wrote everything down so I wouldn't forget. Greetings, my relatives. In the Lakota language, I am called Wakakuyupikami, making with exceptional skills woman. My American name is Rhonda Holybear. It is with a good-hearted feeling that I extend my hand to you. This is an amazing, joyous, and precious day, one that I will remember always. I am truly honored and humbled to receive this wonderful and prestigious award from the SWAIA organization. I thank you for your unwavering support of Native American arts and culture, and it is also a great honor to stand alongside my fellow Native artists. It is the power of creativity that strengthens bonds and unites us as a Native community of artists. I would like to thank my wonderful husband, family, and friends, all their love and support. Special thanks goes out to my Facebook and Instagram following. Thank you for your many kind words and supportive encouragement. It really helps me more than you know. It is the greatest honor to be a member of the Cheyenne River Sioux Lakota tribe, a nation of Native people that are rich with culture, history, and spirituality. Therefore, it is with my deepest gratitude that I want to thank the generations of ancestors that came before us for all their wisdom and for leaving us a beautiful and meaningful, powerful culture from which to draw upon for spiritual strength and creativity. Thank you, my Lakota ancestors, for guiding my hand and spirit all these many years. Nechantaki ata Lakota, my heart is all Lakota. Lila wopla tuka, ichichiapi. With gratitude and appreciation, I thank you. Now I would like to say a few words about my artwork. That could take about a week. She's pretty involved, but I'll try to keep it short. Okay, just want to make sure I go over my notes for a little bit for you. So this piece of work was in the works off and on for about 10 years. She was inspired by a story that my father told me about his mother, my grandmother. She was 4 years old at Little Bighorn. She was a Little Bighorn survivor, witnessed the Battle of Little Bighorn. And she had a family member, her father died on the battlefield. Her name and her family's names appear on the Sitting Bull roster, the surrender roster when they surrendered. And her name was Seize the Horses Woman. So I made this piece to honor all those who died in battle on the battlefield. In Lakota, Her name is Chugach Ayutami. And her body is all carved out of wood. She's multi-layered. She has the exterior of her dress is a war on her dress depicting horse raids and battles, counting crews, saving comrades, in battle. So if you can't see it, but if you lift the panels of the dress, there are more depictions underneath the dress, like 3 layers of it. And then the dress opens up to reveal some of the carving and some of the beadwork that's underneath there. And a woman, if she had a relative, be it her father, her husband, her brother, her son, would have the right to wear a dress like this. And all of his regalia is what she would wear, and she would honor this great warrior who died on the battlefield. And she would sing his songs, and she would display all of his war weapons. And these stories would be told over and over and over again, generation, year after year after year. And then sometimes those stories got forgotten. So when he told me this story, I was very inspired by it, and I thought, I have to bring this back again. I have to tell this story again. And so that's what inspired me to make this particular piece. So without going through everything that's there, you can come and see me at the booth. I'm at Plaza 33. So I just wanted to talk about the essence of what I was trying to capture. So in essence, it is about capturing a glimpse of a sacred, precious, and emotional moment. The moment when a Lakota woman honors the life of a beloved male relative who died upon the battlefield. At the same time, this piece celebrates the accomplishments of a Lakota woman and the virtues she lives by. Truthfulness, faithfulness, industriousness, and hospitality. Thank you so much.
The next classification is basketry, and that award goes to Jeremy Bray, Passamaquoddy, double wall ash basket, Malsum, parentheses wool. Congratulations.
Jeremy Frey and Passamaquoddy. My family's made baskets for 8 generations now that I know. My work is it's black ash, which is a wood that goes up in the Northeast. Really, my whole story is bringing the work back from almost non-existence. And one of my goals when I first started was to innovate and to see what I could do with that tradition, how far I could take it. Because back then, a lot of our designs took that off. I don't know, I just always wanted to see how great they can become. And that's kind of my goal is to take our weaving and to really bring it to a high. So that's what this piece is about. It's called also because on the top there's a wolf and porcupine quill, which is another form of art that we do. The way it's shown, no one can see it. So. But I just want to thank SWAIA and the donors and everyone that's here today. And it's really great to be back, seeing people again, be out of the house. It's just I'm overjoyed by everyone that's here today. That's it. Thank you.
for our next artist, it's the 2021 Best of Classification Award for youth. We have Adrian Day and Andy from the title of the book, Medicine of the Heart.
Bonjour, Masnodeki Shikindishikaj. Shabatan and Dojba Makwa Rodam. My name is Adrian James Day. My Anishinaabe name is Masnodeki, which means Northern Light Sky Dancer. And I am Bear Clan. I live in Shabatan, Michigan. And I just wanted to say congrats to Santa Fe for all the hard work you guys did and helping these people with, like, Santa Fe really helped me with my art and doing my art and having it shown publicly and having a ribbon makes me really happy. And the story of my piece is I put 3 hearts on my purse representing my family. 1 strawberry for my dad, 1 strawberry for my mom, 1 strawberry for me. And also I put a orange flower in the middle for all the babies and kids that were sent to the boarding schools. And I just think that we should use our traditional medicines more, and that's what I'm doing in trying to bring my language and all Anishinaabe culture back to life. And I love practicing my ways and beading with my mom, painting with my dad. And I just all around love beading and painting and art. And I did my special galaxy stitch, which represents all the ancestors who have passed on. And it's actually a really cool story because we went to a museum in Grand Rapids, I believe, and we went to the archives and we were looking at all the work and stuff and how it's just being kept there and it's not being seen. But I seen this purse and it had that same galaxy stitch that I do. And I just think that's really cool that my ancestors, because the purse was like from a really long time ago. I don't remember the exact date or whatever, but I think it's really cool that I'm connecting with my ancestors, and I just really feel happy about this. And I just want to thank all of you, Villegas. And that's all I have to say.
do want to say a special thank you to the youth artists, and also to congratulate 2 more youth artists for our special youth awards. We have a 2nd place youth award for Kiani Reeves, Navajo Diné. We also have a 3rd place youth award for Chugach, Tesuque, and Shabi Navajo Diné, right known as Masi. So a round of applause for the other youth artists.
So we have one more special award, and I'd like to ask Michael Clausen to please come up here. So Michael Clausen works for Native American Art Magazine, the official magazine for Santa Fe Indian Market, and so he has an award that he would like to present.
Thank you, Kim. On behalf of Native American Art Magazine, we are proud to be here as a media sponsor and the official magazine. We are also very honored to present this award, the Native American Art Award of Excellence, this year. And this year we'd like to give it to Hopi basket maker, Wilmetta Kekraktua. It looks like she might not be here, but her piece is over on this middle table, and after this is over, you should check it out. It's really awesome. It's very colorful. Thank you.
All right, now for the grand finale. So the 99th annual Santa Fe Indian Market Best of Show winner goes to Rhonda Holy Bear. Well, that concludes the Best of Show. I just want to again thank Bob and Joanne Balzer for sponsoring this. And, you know, it's just an honor working with you, so if we could please give them a round of applause. Also, I know we have a couple of board members in here, and so if they could please stand. This is Bill Lomax, Mark Baldwin here. There you are. Am I missing anyone else? You know, I just want to tell each one of them, thank you so much. They have been such a great support to the things that we've been doing at SWAIA. It's been difficult at times, and it's also been very rewarding. And I just really honor them in reference to what they do for us. I want to thank my team. I don't think that they're all here, but you know, I see Eric and Ronnie. Can everybody raise their hand who's part of my team? You know, we have a very small team of individuals who work long hours, who work very hard. hard. You know, we've really worked hard at just supporting one another, being team members, really enjoying and loving what we do, and so I just appreciate them. This isn't because of me, this is because of all of us, and I just thank them so much for what they do for me and for the organization. Thank you, you guys. One of the things that's new about this year is that, you know, with this pandemic, it's been very challenging for us to execute this market. It's been changing frequently since February. All of these pieces, we gave every artist the opportunity to put them in an auction. So there's a silent auction that's following the Best of Show. So these pieces are going to be available for us to bid on them. And so, you know, truly look at the pieces and see what they are. This auction will also be available online as well, so those individuals who were not able to be here with us will have the opportunity to bid on those pieces as well. And I just want to say in conclusion, thank you to every single person that's here. I just really appreciate the collectors and the admirers and the natives that are supporting their families and supporting other natives regarding arts. And I really appreciate that. And I just hope that everybody has a wonderful market and really get to enjoy a sense of community, because I really feel that that's what this is about, is us coming back together as community after being isolated for so long. Also, the last thing I'd like to say is that this Indian market, although it's different, it really is a segue for 2022, which is going to be our centennial. And everything that me and my staff and the board have done is to lead us into that space. And so I hope that all of you will join us in 2022. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.